when it comes to incident response. It's not just like an IT related problem, it's a whole business problem. Sitting on it waiting just allows the attackers more time to dwell in your environment. It allows them to move across different systems, so respond as quickly as possible. Not just your IT team responding to an incident, but you also need communications internally and externally. You also need to look at the financial aspects of it. So how much is this going to cost you in lost revenue, but also in the cost of rebuilding your environment. You also need to look at the legal and compliance aspects, particularly if there's been like a personal data breach. You need to inform those data subjects of the breach, but you also may need to inform regulators, including the ICO and any other industry specific regulators too. Having a cyber incident response plan is central for organisations because it helps you be prepared for an incident. There's a couple of common frameworks out there, industry standards. They will give you best practices for responding to an incident. Those are ISO 27035 and also NIST 861. They offer like a life cycle model, preventing that incident from happening again and securing your systems. At Evalian, we're very customer focused, very client focused. Everything is tailored. We take the time to understand, what your organisation does, how you work, what keeps them up at night as well. What are the big risks to the business, and then we'll use that to understand what the client needs. So I'll hold discovery calls with the clients. What I'll get from that is I will understand what sort of systems and technologies they're using, looking at what sort of services they provide, who the customers are, and then we look at who might attack them based on what sort of sector they're in. So if they are in a critical national infrastructure, it could be an advanced persistent threat who just wants to sit on their network, gather data, exfiltrate that data and provide it to the government that they're working for. If it's an organised crime group, it's likely going to be financial related, and it's understanding what you do in the event that data have been stolen, your systems have been locked down, you can't operate. So it's looking at that recovery and how you get back up and running, but also asking that question, would you pay the ransom in this instance? Tabletop exercises are round the table discussion based. We'll run through policies, procedures, plans, and we'll validate those plans as well. Also identifying gaps and areas for improvement. Whereas a live play exercise is much more immersive, we'll use tools and technologies, potentially setting up demo environments, which is segregated from the network, and validating that security tooling's working, and then validating those instant response procedures by getting those people who are your incident handlers, getting them to actually respond to what is a simulated incident. We'll then move on to how systems are eradicated, to how you get rid of the threat from your systems, and then how long it's going to take you to recover as well. Following that, we go for the post-incident. So, what is that organisation's post-incident procedures? Where are they going to record the lessons learned? How are they going to implement them? How are they going to make sure that they get implemented as well?